Hello, dear friends. I was waiting like May rain for Mateo's new message because it is usually very good. Opinion piece. Angelic Protection. Cosmic Peacemakers. Stabilizing the world. The pot will not overflow. Stabilizing influence. There are always stealthy changes. There will be no false ED invasion. There will not be 3 days without electricity. Linear time is collapsing. No world war will be allowed. The warriors of light are winning. Politicians are playing with loaded dice. World peace is peace in every heart. Love is the healing force of the universe. The universe is simple, but 3D is complex. The soul has infinite knowledge of the universe. Let's start. The angels of yesterday are the visitors of today, as the famous Italian contactee Eugenio Siragusa said, in quotes, "The invisible aid of distant civilizations and members of non-terrestrial special forces living among us is the stabilizing influence that will not allow the pot to boil over, so to speak." According to Matthew's new message via his mother Susan Ward. Indeed, there might be difficulties, but there would be no full-blown world war and no nuclear attacks of major cities or elsewhere. No aliens are going to invade us. The bug is not increasing, and if they tried to impose mandatory restrictions, they would not succeed. There will not be 3 days of power outages around the world, and when Mother Nature is in charge again, real weather change will begin to treat the Earth in a beneficial way. You have the advantage of knowing what is happening at the outcome. Most people don't know this, so fear, anxiety, confusion, resistance, and violent reaction are likely to prevail. Its low frequencies can cause temporary physical, emotional, and mental effects, and even in the most staunch servants of the light, as the symptoms become stronger with great surges of energy along the Earth's ascension path. The light is already victorious as the battle between light and darkness moves towards its end in linear time. Your response to this triumph may be joy, rejoicing, gratitude, elation, peace, or a combination of feelings with high frequencies. That energy radiates out into the world and adds to the immeasurable benefits of meditation focused on love, peace, and harmony. Rebellion. The reaction to any situation is in line with one's perception of it, one's thoughts and feelings about it. When perception changes, the effect of the situation becomes more powerful and controlling, or it weakens and evaporates as the human being acts according to the new perception of it. It is in this way that each changes the circumstances of his life and collectively transform his world into a civilization. That principle of energy direction is working rapidly as they spur rebellions with citizens' perception of their leaders as unjust. Not only is the energy of that tug of war movement tumultuous, but it thrills together with the clashing frequencies of light forces combating the dark forces, desperate attempts to maintain control. The universe has vast reservoirs of energy, which can be thought of as clay or plasticine, waiting for a sculptor to shape it into the shape he desires. Your thoughts and feelings are forms of intention. They draw streamers from a pool or of neutral energy, stick together and give the streamers the direction that fits their intention. The continuous movement of expansion and contraction of the universe that keeps everything in balance cleanses the used energy so that it becomes neutral again and is available for the union of a new thought and its corresponding intention. War of sexes. Everything that exists is energy that is given a direction. What are described as feminine or masculine energy and have nothing to do with gender or sexual orientation are streamers with attributes or characteristics that correspond with the thoughts, feelings, attitudes, and intentions of each individual. Those associated with masculine energy include competitiveness, aggressiveness, innovation, severity, adventurous spirit, perseverance, control, and determination to succeed. Feminine energy includes gentleness, care for nature, sensitivity, compassion, consideration, patience, harmony, and closeness to nature. Both energies are strong, protective, brave, and contain art in its many forms. Claiming that high-frequency feminine energy flows are ending long eras of masculine energy dominance does not exalt the feminine or nor denigrate the masculine. It is a factor and essential in the transformation of the world. Spiritual and conscious evolution comes with the integration of the aspects of both energies and the achievement of the balance that each soul seeks in each incarnation. The closer one is to balance or androgyny, the greater the light and the more expansive the capacity to love within a human being or an entire civilization. You volunteered to help awaken your Earth family, open your heart and mind, and reform life in your world with love as its foundation. Luciferian energy. Then there is the energy known as Luciferian or simply evil. These are streamers in the vast energy field of dark forces that accumulate attachments at the lowest vibrational level. People who gain wealth, fame, power, and control by being ruthless, deceitful, or cruel attract these streamers and become puppets of darkness. Such streamers are decreasing in the Earth's energy field as they are outnumbered by frequencies driven by high vibrations. This is reflected into the action on the planet, where the warriors of light are defeating the puppets. What you are feeling as time passes faster and faster, and in reality are the successively higher or lighter energetic planes into which Earth is ascending. Your linear time with clocks and calendars is collapsing as the planet approaches the timeless continuum, where everything considered past, present, and future is a series of simultaneous events. And yes, this includes your life. And that is what allows ancestors and their descendants to be matched in soul contracts in agreement prior to birth. The organization and functioning of this universe that God designed is really simple. It is in the third density that complexities, misunderstandings, and confusion abound and are perpetuated generation after generation. What parents and then teachers teach are the opinions of supposed experts and authorities who omit the truth and transmit falsehoods inadvertently or deliberately. Unsuspecting these civilizations look to these sources for guidance because they do not know that all the information in the universe is within them and that their instinct, intuition, inspiration, and aspiration come from the infinite knowledge of the soul. Love. Move boldly toward new experiences and the elevation of experiencing affection in its innumerable expressions. Your natural state is affection, the same energy as light. Tenderness is what you are, the pure essence of the creative source. Love is what you send into the world and every breath in every moment of your existence. Affection is much more than emotion or a sensation. In simplest terms, love is the fact that God shares himself with all of his creations. Love is the healing force of the universe. Love is within the soul, and it only needs you to allow those innate sensations of loving others and receiving their love for you. Love has no limitations, no limits to its capacity. Solidarity is treating others with kindness, justice, honesty, compassion, help, and affection. If love can be said to have ingredients, then those are some of the ingredients of godly expression in action. Know that you and all other divine creations are inseparable from caring. Know that the earth is a sensitive and conscious life, and respecting all its life forms is love. And as is understanding that no one can know others at the soul level, and therefore does not judge them, but does not tolerate an action considered harmful. Listening to yourself is love. Living the kind of life that loving yourself engender is caring. Feeling joy in yourself when you see it in others is affection. Doing something that brings joy to another is tenderness. Forgiveness of oneself and others is tenderness. Sharing your resources with all your heart is love. Doing good deeds without setting expectations is solidarity. Feeling peace in the heart and mind is love. The quiet emotion of watching a sunset or listening to a songbird is tenderness. And a smile is one of the simplest and most radiant expressions of love. In any or all these cases, and in many others, that you may encounter and that you instinctively know are love in action, you are manifesting your love for and toward God. Just as peace in the world begins with peace in each heart, love in the world begins with each person's love for himself. Self-affection is the basis for loving others, for living from the heart, the seat of the soul, and loving oneself includes doing what is healthy for the mind, body, and spirit. Breathe deeply and rhythmically, drink plenty of pure water, get enough sleep, stay in nature as often as you can, walk barefoot on the grass, hug your loved ones, hug a tree, sing and dance, adopt an animal, and let the art shine in your soul. Dedicate time to restful silence, solitude, and tranquility. Love each other as much as we love you. All beings of light in this universe support you with unconditional love during your journey on earth. Christ and Lucifer. Matthew has clearly confirmed that Luciferian energy is evil. Some mix the wild Christ with the wet Lucifer, and it would be like mixing water with oil. Christ means the anointed one, while Lucifer was degraded because of his selfishness. They have opposite meanings and roles in various traditions. Christ refers to the Messiah and Savior in Christianity, while Lucifer is associated with the fallen angel who rebelled against God and became Satan. Lucifer represents the arrogance and pride that led to his fall from divine grace. That is why it is said that I'm God when I stop being ego. Jesus said, Father, take this cup from me, but not my will, but yours be done. On the contrary, Lucifer wanted to do the will of his ego and became a tyrant. The saints are humble. A saint is a virtuous and revered figure in many traditions, while a Luciferian is arrogant and refers to those who may have some connection to the evil figure of Lucifer. Saints are recognized for their humility, their pious lives, their service to others, and their dedication to spiritual values and teachings. Luciferians are known for their arrogance and their capacity for deception because they worshipped the father of lies. Juan José Benítez explains in many details the causes and repercussions of Lucifer's rebellion in a book of the same name, with the most unexpected revelations about that great unknown called Lucifer and his frustrated dream of freedom. The book also delves into the exciting topic of Adam and Eve's failed cosmic plan and its disastrous repercussions for human civilization. Did you know, for example, that Lucifer was the ruler of a system of 619 worlds? Could you imagine that the great rebel was the author of the so-called Freedom Manifesto that led to tyranny? Did you suspect that the trial against Lucifer has not yet concluded? Reset News. According to Wolverine, on October 1st, the new quantum financial system was activated in all banks in the world, which benefits all citizens. In his opinion, everything that is coming is wonderful, but there could be a panic event for people who have not woken up. Before this date, QFS was not in all banks. According to Benjamin Fulford, the undeclared civil war in the West is escalating, despite a 45-day budget truce. The important point is to note that no money is sent to Ukraine. Without American help, Europe would quickly collapse. It is also heard from Asian secret societies that the purge has begun in Japan and other parts of East Asia. The goal of Asians by 2024 is to put an end to unspeakable evils. The fiat system has been sucking up money since 1971, when the dollar was taken off the gold standard. That is why order and prosperity will be restored with the financial revolution, followed by a debt jubilee. Puffner said, "This game is a lot like a saucer. The final print runs up and sometimes the scores are published, and sometimes they are not. It's all about skill, confidence, luck, and how the ball bounces. This fits this situation. There are always changes creeping in, and from time to time there is discussion about how to move everything forward, whether it will fly or not, and who might resist. I can't give you the magic you are looking for, but we can assure you that the end has not yet been seen, nor will you be for some time yet. This is now under more scrutiny than ever. Your politicians play with loaded dice. Keep that in mind and remember to take care of your current needs. Do the prudent thing and make sure you don't trust the wrong people. We know this has become stable and is no longer exciting. We are here and we will be available to help." World News. The UN Security Council authorizes the deployment of a multinational force in Haiti. Pope Francis is open to the Catholic blessing of same-sex couples. The IMF approves a loan of $1.32 billion for Morocco after its great earthquake. Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State become stronger in Mali after the departure of France and in full withdrawal from the UN. Finland faces a turbulent autumn with strikes and protests over the government's austerity budget. Discovered several planet-like objects that should not exist in the star cluster of the Orion Nebula. USA. Biden signs interim funding law. Joe Biden freezes in the middle of a speech. The video went viral on social networks, where many users joked about the incident. The Senate approves government funding for 45 days. Presented a motion to remove the President of the House of Representatives. California raises the minimum wage to $20 an hour. Mark Zuckerberg appears in a selfie with braces on his eyes and wounds on his nose. The hearing for civil fraud against Trump begins, which he calls a scam and force, in quotes. Attorney General Merrick Garland vows to resign if Biden calls for investigation of Trump. Ukraine. The Pentagon is running out of funds to replace weapons sent to Ukraine. Hungary blockade of European Union military aid to Ukraine continues. The West pays 7% of Kyiv's expenses as Ukrainian debt reaches a new high. López Obrador describes spending for the Ukrainian conflict as irrational and harmful in quotes. Ukrainian prisoner of war deserters fear for their families' safety. Spain. A total of 26,540 immigrants have arrived in Spain irregularly so far this year, 14.4% more than last year. Brussels unlocks another 93.5 billion from the anti-crisis fund for Spain and allows the fourth payment to be requested. The Bank of Spain confirms that the Euribor rose to 4.15% in September. Charlie Watt believes it is bankrupt and hides it. A fault in the traffic computer system paralyzes car registration in Spain. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.